The problem with Jackbox Games is that they're trying to compete against Monopoly when they should be competing against the sussy space game. No, really. Now, I love Jackbox Games. I've been a fan since Pack 4, but I've noticed their priorities have always been to cater to the kind of people who aren't really looking to party, but are looking to, party. They designed their games for friends and family to play together in real life, like on a couch. And I don't know if you've noticed, but this is 2023. No one does that anymore. At least not the major gaming market that Jackbox is missing out on. I mean, sure, Quiplash is easily accessible to grandma, but how many kids on the bus do you see playing Jackbox on their phones? Gamers play together online now. That's just how the world is, Dad. And a lot of them are playing on their phones. And that's great. You might think Jackbox is ahead of the curve. They're using phones as controllers. Yeah, maybe 10 years ago, but they haven't innovated on their gameplay since the first party pack back in 2014. I mean, bless Schmitty's heart, they're still making all their games in Flash. Flash, remember Newgrounds? And that may be fine if you're trying to be the virtual alternative to Cards Against Humanity, but Jackbox could be so much more. It could be Cards Against Humanity, the blue box. Nah, but for real. Picture this. It's family game night. You pull out the classic board game Monopoly where you all huddle together at a table and piss each other off stealing properties from one another. And after your brother flips the table, Jackbox is the game you pull out to ease the tension. It may be a video game, but there's no online compatibility there. You play with the people around you. You make some jokes, your brother laughs, your mom gets mad because of course she does, and that's a family game night routine. Now look at something like Among Us, also technically a party game, but the difference in reception is staggering. Among Us has an average of 10 million daily users on their online servers. Monopoly ain't got shit on that. Fortnite gets 30 million daily users. Genshin Impact, PUBG, Minecraft, Roblox, all more successful franchises than Jackbox, many starting from indie devs. And you know what they all do that Jackbox does differently? Free-to-play, cross-platform live ops. Live ops, or live operations, is a way to describe a game that receives constant updates via DLC, seasonal events, balancing patches, just stuff to keep the online user base active. Usually making their money by offering in-game purchases of skins, additional content, DLC, dance moves, you name it. Sometimes they get a bit scummy with the loot crates, but that's besides the point. While Among Us brings free updates and game modes to keep the players coming back, Jackbox is releasing annual party packs, all with their own price tag. And I get that works for them, but imagine this. You don't know Jack, the app. Free to download on your phone, and your phone isn't just the controller anymore, it's the entire game now. You connect to an online lobby with random people who also may be playing on their phones, and then you all get blown away by that one person who's memorized all the answers. Want more? Buy the new Holiday Trivia Episodes pack for only $1.99. Want to change your avatar? Go for it, we have loads of options. Skins are constantly going on sale. Why not get some emotes while you're at it to really let that player know how pissed you are? If you ask me, that's where the future of Jackbox should be headed, not Party Pack 17. And this is coming from the guy who's been running a 24/7 Jackbox live stream for the last 3 years straight. Playing Jackbox with an online lobby of random players just works. You can ask the Happy Juice community that's been returning year after year, which is live right now, by the way. Why not check it out later? Would a You Don't Know Jack app make our 24/7 live stream less necessary? Absolutely. But the fact that this stream performs well proves my point. People want this. People want a way to join a Jackbox lobby of random online players. Right now, they don't even let you play with a CPU. So if you don't have any friends, which let's be honest, we all know you don't, then I hope you also like being players 2, 3, and 4. Or you could just come to Happy Juice. But it should be easier than coming to a Twitch stream to provide a solution to this problem. The solution should be coming from the game developers themselves to be constantly improving and introducing new and better player experiences. And it can be done. RiftTrax the game did it. Sure, it's not a phone app, but it's a hell of a lot better than Jackbox offering the solution of everyone huddling together in a Discord server. And I've gone this long without even mentioning the bugs. I cannot tell you how many times our auto-hosted Jackbox streams had issues that directly related to the game soft locking or flat out crashing. And sure, if you're only playing Jackbox for one night with your friends, it's probably gonna be fine. If we're being fair, they're really not that common. But when you're running a stream that plays Jackbox all day, every day, you tend to notice all the little imperfections, and they add up. Now, some packs are buggier than others, and bugs happen, I get that. But what I don't get so much is when we know exactly why a crash is happening, we report the issue to Jackbox's official quality assurance page, and they say, hey, thanks for letting us know, we'll get right on it. And 3 years later, it still hasn't been fixed. Because they're not going to fix it, why would they? The game released 7 years ago, patching it now isn't gonna directly increase its sales, so why bother? Brand image, people. brand image. When Pac-9 was first announced, we were so excited to hear that Jackbox finally listened to the streaming communities by adding a kick feature. Fuck you, Devin, get the fuck out of our game. But then we realized it doesn't even work, at least not how it's supposed to. Now this is a good time to mention that Jackbox does have streamer-friendly features, and they advertise their games as streamer-friendly. One great feature they include that's necessary to stream these games is Twitch verification. In order to join our Jackbox lobby on stream, you have to sign into your Twitch account in the Jackbox game first. So we know who Devin is. Get him out of here. Why is he still here? So Pac-9 releases with an advertised kick feature to make streaming Jackbox games safer. Great. Except if you try to kick someone in the lobby who's Twitch verified, the whole game crashes. Kind of defeats the point, don't you think? But if you're not streaming this game, you wouldn't need Twitch verification on. And wouldn't you know it, the game doesn't crash if you kick someone who isn't Twitch verified. So this would only happen if you're streaming the game. We reported this bug to Jackbox within the first week of Pac-9's release. It has not been fixed yet. Other day one bugs, patched, fixed, gone, but not this one. And that's not even the only time. Rumoring and Fibbage Enough About You from the same pack. And they let the players change their in-game usernames on the lobby screen to whatever they want without passing through moderation first. Oh, damn it, Devin's back again. We had to go into the game code ourselves and modify the game to be as streamer-friendly as they advertise it to be. Otherwise, we risk getting banned off the Twitch platform, and so does every other streamer who streams this game. Even in the rare circumstances where they do go back and update their old games, like when they added badly needed moderation to Drawful 2. They say, oh, it's here, but when a moderator rejects an answer, it still shows up on screen. Oh, hello again, Devin. Nice title. We reported all of these issues to them. They still exist. They've made it clear to us at this point that a game bug that only streamers experience just isn't worth fixing to them. Because again, their target audience for these games are not streamers, and they're not online gamers either. At the end of the day, Jackbox was designed to be played with a few friends sitting together on a couch. The streaming features and their bugs are an afterthought. And that really stinks, you know? I mean, if you're not gonna take the time to thoroughly test that these games are safe to be streamed, don't call them streamer friendly, or at least fix the bugs related to streaming these games when they're reported to you by one of the top Jackbox streamers on Twitch. Or hey, maybe try focusing on one big game you update and patch seasonally like everyone else. Instead of releasing bug-riddled games annually you never go back to fix due to time constraints of your own strict annual release policy. But they're not gonna do that. They won't do any of this. They'd never make a space-themed game where you're trying to figure out who among you is secretly a vicious killer. No, get that out of here. Wait a second. Are they actually doing this? No, seriously, look at these surveys they've been posting. Asking what users would think about a Jackbox game with online matchmaking? Holy shit, that's what I've been saying. Yes, please do that. Guys, this could actually be the future of Jackbox. Or maybe not. Just more players for the Happy Juice streams, baby!